Hello, my name is Frank Ritter, and let me tell you about my journey being involved in photography and how I got down to the World Trade Center to do photographs at that location. The first time I was in a dark room, and it was so exciting when we saw the prints come up. This was at the Newhouse Communication Center many years ago. As I came to New York City, I had the good fortune of studying under Haig Manoogian, who also was the mentor of Martin Scorsese, and I had the pleasure of doing some work with Tom Mangravite, who was a wonderful cameraman. After the 9/11 attack, I briefly did photographs on the afternoon of 9/11, and I also did photographs the following day. However, I did not go back there for quite some time, being that the trauma of being there in the beginning was more than enough for me to handle. Many months later, I was contacted by the American Institute of Architects Metro Division to do photographs of the Ground Zero ceremony and site. This was the same American Institute of Architects, the Metropolitan chapter, that Daniel Liebskin and Michael Irad, who were very involved with the planning at the World Trade Center site, were active members. The name of the book that I've been working on over the last 20 years is 9/11, Remembrance, Renewal, and Hope. These three subjects I felt were important for me to capture as I went through my 20-year photographic journey. The cover shows two ladies, unknown to me, who looked like they were evacuating Manhattan. They were either going to the Brooklyn Bridge or else they were going to City Hall. I was never really quite sure. The picture was also kind of ambiguous to me because they were carrying shopping bags as if they were on a shopping spree, and at the same time they were wearing masks. At that time, that was very unusual. Lastly, as I peered through my lens, I saw a decal, a large decal on a car of the Yankee insignia. That, in a way, was somewhat of a comfort and kind of brought me back to reality. As my shooting continued, the sky in the background blackened, and this was due to the smoke at Ground Zero. In fact, the sun was covered by clouds of smoke, and this was due to an eclipse, which actually was man-made because of the terrorist attack. Previous to the photograph of the two ladies that were leaving Manhattan, I was going down towards the Ground Zero site, the World Trade Center, as it was collapsing. My eyes fell upon a little girl with pigtails, and it kind of broke my heart. I didn't know whether she was being brave, sad, terrified, but I was afraid to ask her what she'd seen or where she'd been. Behind me is what is known as the Flag of Honor, which was produced in memory of the victims, and it has the name of the victims of the 1993 original attack, and also the victims of the 9/11 attack in 2001. This flag was displayed quite often at the annual ceremonies, and also there was a field of flags on the 10th anniversary of 9/11, which I photographed for my book project. I can't underestimate the beauty of the ceremonies that I attended every year. As sad as they were, there was a great deal of love, honor, beauty, and I had the privilege of hearing a lot of the local choir groups singing songs such as Amazing Grace, which always had an enormous effect on me. We were lucky enough to have the iconic figure of Kristen Chenoweth sing Borrowed Angels. That was quite an occasion. On another occasion, right adjacent to the 9/11 site, we had the Tribeca Film Festival, and one evening I was lucky enough to hear the performance of Elton John, and this brought rebirth back to the area of 9/11 and Battery Park City. We have worked hard on this project 20 years in the making. I've had a talented crew, been wonderful in supporting me, and I hope I can get your support so we can complete this project. Lastly, I would like this project to be your family's heirloom, something that you can pass down to many future generations. Thank you for your time and your consideration.